Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokemon SoulSilver. I don't know how many episodes of SoulSilver we have left before we go ahead and move on to the next region. I mentioned this before. They announced Pokemon AZ or Legends AZ, which is a return to the Kalos region. Kalos being Pokemon X and Y, which was a 3DS game back in early 20-teens. What was that game? 2012, something like that. So I was thinking what we could do for kicks and giggles on my channel is we could play Pokemon X alongside Pokemon Legends AZ, and that might be fun. But leading up to Pokemon X, we still have two regions. We have two regions. We have the Sinnoh region, which is Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and then we have Black and White, the Unova region, then Black and White 2. So tons of Pokemon stuff before that, the new game gets here. I didn't know what today was going to be like weather-wise, so I didn't see all of this happening. So we're under a severe thunderstorm watch and a severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm going to try and do the stream regardless, but if the power goes out or the internet goes out, obviously we'll just take a break and we'll come back when the storms are over and we'll do things that way. Also, other news before we get started on our little Pokemon journey for today. My channel kind of exploded since the last time we did a Pokemon episode. We went from like 100 and something subscribers. We finally kind of broke 200 and started building there, and then overnight, it was so crazy. Overnight we went from 300 up to 400. We're at 462. That's wild, man. Absolutely wild. One of my videos kind of went viral, and from there, we've gained a lot of new subscribers. So welcome in everybody who might be new. I greatly appreciate the eyeballs on the channel. With all that being said and all that housekeeping being done, we could go ahead and get started today, because today's going to be an important episode in the Johto region. Let's get started. Okay, we have old Skarmory here. Skarmory's feeling good. Ah, yes. Now, of course, we finished all the gems. We have all 16 badges. I'm feeling good about that. Of course, we ported all our little Pokemon friends forward. I guess I should have looked at that in the PC box before I ran out of here. Let's see. I ported over all of our critter friends from Leaf Green. And then the same with Sapphire. I brought everybody over. I didn't play through Ruby, so it was kind of hard to get everybody. So we have some gaps to fill. The Pokedex is going to take a back seat for now. It's not something that I'm going to 100% focus on. I'm going to try and work on it a little bit off screen and see what I can do, because I did that for Leaf Green and Sapphire as well. And hell, we're not even totally done with our Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. We had the contests to do, but let's see. One of the things that we want to do, we could kind of focus on catching some Pokemon. There's a lot of Johto Pokemon to catch. We've rebattled a lot of trainers. In the last episode, we went around rebattling everybody. Ooh. Yay! Da, 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 da. We also need to get all the phone numbers from the gym leaders too. I'll have to look up a chart that tells me what days and what locations all the gym leaders are. Because what we can do is we can rebattle all the gym leaders, and that'll help me do some grinding. Because I was thinking about fighting red today, but what we may need to do is grind the gym leaders for a bit until our levels are up to snuff. I didn't really think about that. I kind of jumped the gun and told everybody in the Discord we'd be fighting red today. Probably not. Angela. You know what I will do though? I will catch a second Tangela because we can evolve it into Tangrowth. Because we're going to have to work. SoulSilver is going to have to work in tandem with our playthrough of the Sinnoh region in order to fill in the Pokedex. So. Not a stun spore. No. I almost had you. It's another reason I like Skarmory. The steel typing of Skarmory helps protect me, you know, from rock attacks. Great bow. Come on, man. I almost had you. Today I'm drinking water because I've already had a whole cup of tea. And while the caffeine is a nice boost, I need to cut down on the sugar. I don't really eat a lot of sugary snacks and things like that. I know I'm a big fat guy, but my fatness comes from just large portions of food, not even necessarily junk food. Focus, Eric, focus. But yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm also kind of on the bandwagon of being scared of artificial sweeteners. The internet's kind of got me scared of artificial sweeteners now. You guys know I love my Dr. Pepper to death, but soda's kind of really bad for you, so you have to have soda sparingly. And then a few years ago, I switched over to Diet Dr. Pepper, and my little mini fridge back here is full of Diet Dr. Pepper and water. But I'm also trying not to do bottled water because, number one, all that plastic's not good for the environment, and number two, the microplastics in the bottles of water can really mush you up inside. So I like to fill this up here with water. What I do is I take tap and I run it through a Brita filter and try to do things that way. But honestly, I don't drink enough water, so I'm trying to force myself to drink water lately. What other Pokemon are going to be in this area? Whoa, Dodrio. Well, hello, Dodrio. Can't escape. Fine, I'll fight you. Bird on bird. Ooh. That was almost a critical hit. Almost. I guess I also forgot to address the elephant in the room. I'm trying out some different backgrounds now. So we're going from the blue dots, like comic book style, and I'm switching over to doing the stars. See, aesthetically, I really like stars. I love space. I love space themed stuff. I even have this light up moon sitting here next to me. It belongs to my nephew, but he's never going to use it. So I'm going to hang it up here somewhere in my room. It's got places for you to hang it. But, no. It's just like, I guess I can tell this little story. It's, I guess we could use experience. Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a real hard time sleeping at night. I slept through the day a lot as a baby. And sometimes in order to get me to go to sleep, my parents would put me in the car and just ride around. And I would fall asleep and sleep through the night that way. So from a very early age, I have memories of like being in the car and looking out at the night sky and enjoying the view of the stars and everything. And from there, I have memories of like going to McDonald's and seeing Mac Tonight. You guys remember Mac Tonight? He was like a character that McDonald's made, the big crescent moon-headed character. And then in school, I really loved learning about, you know, in grade school, they teach you the basics, like here's our solar system and here's the planets. And I was really into that as a little kid in school. And then from there, it's just been a lifelong love of looking up at the stars and really enjoying space. It is unfortunate that like the stars aesthetic has kind of been co-opted by politics in the United States. I don't like that. Like, I'm not a flag waving patriot or anything, but I love the star aesthetic, especially like in video games. You think like Kirby. I really love Dreamland. Really love the Dreamland setting of Kirby. And you know, I wanted to change up my background and do something a little bit different, so I'm trying it out. If I don't like it, I can always go back to the other. Alright, am I only going to run into Tangela here today? The Tangela. Oh, Ursaring. Now, Ursaring's one of my favorites. Generation do you guys think was the best? I'm very partial to 1 and 2. That's who I grew up with. I like Generation 5. I think Generation 5 is my favorite, like, outside of... Like, if I had to put 1 and 2 aside because I grew up with them, and I had to pick just all the new ones, 5. I think Pokemon Black and White are my favorite outside of Kanto and Johto. Ooh, I do have heavy balls. Okay, you know what? Let me be smart about this. No, I want to check moves. So damn! I don't have anything that can paralyze you directly. Shit. In order to learn Flash, I had to get rid of Madame. Alright. I had to get rid of Thunder Wave. Yeah, I kind of figured he would break out a midget. You know what? We should have paid Kirk a visit today before we did anything else, but it's okay. I don't know how heavy Ursaring is, but I have to imagine being a bear. Damn. Come on. Smack. Fine. How about... I don't have a lot of special Pokeballs. You're gonna break out and waste all the ones that I do have, aren't you? Well, we already caught Snorlax, so I don't know who else I would need to use heavy balls on, so I'm gonna keep trying. Yay, the bot worked. I added I've been using a bot in my Discord server for a long time that tells everybody when I go live on Twitch, but that bot doesn't work for YouTube. Yesterday or the day before, I added one for YouTube. So now when I go live on either or, it will tell everybody. Almost had you, almost had you. Come on, Ursaring. Can we be friends? You're one of my favorite Pokemon. God damn it. You had me. Can we be friends with a friend ball? Ah, you're a stinker. A rock caught stinker, you all. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on the weather. I'll use every damn green Pokeball I have if that's what it takes. Ah! You turd. Oh, you turd. All right. I'm not wasting any more of them. I've already wasted too many. You know what? I didn't want to do this, but I may not have any other choice. Really? Wow. You know what we could do? Hold up. Does Ampharos have the ability static? Because if it's going to use physical attacks, we could paralyze her that way. Her face. Maybe Ampharos doesn't have static. Let me check. Because I figured it would have paralyzed by now. What do you have if you don't have static? Static. Contact with this Pokemon may cause paralysis. Okay. It's just not causing paralysis for whatever reason. Broke out immediately. We finally caught you. With its ability to distinguish any aroma, it unfailingly finds all food buried deep underground. Huh. Yeah, Ursaring. Hillary, what you up? Battling in an arena around Route 15. I got nervous. Yeah, I feel that too. Big crowds don't do well for me either. But I'm making headway with that. I'm not as bad as I used to be with my social anxiety. I will go into a crowd of people now. It used to be that I'd avoid them altogether, but immersion therapy has helped with that over the years. I've kind of gotten over it to an extent. I'm better about it now. And I've honestly been kind of doing that with most of the things that have always bothered me or scared me or I've had anxiety about over the years. I find that immersion therapy usually works. 9 times out of 10, it's always worked for me. I'm not saying that's the case for everyone. I think it varies from person to person. I think it also varies depending on the situation, but it's kind of worked for me. There's a lot of things in life now that don't bother me that bothered me when I was younger, and it's strictly because I immersed myself in it and I challenged myself to it, and now it no longer bothers me, you know? There's been growth there over the years, tackling things that way. So I highly recommend it. Now, I'm not saying, like, if you're terrified of snakes, go jump in a snake pit. No, that's that's the opposite of what I'm saying. That could be quite stupid. You could get bitten and die. I'm just simply saying that sometimes it's easier to overcome your fears if you just tackle the little bastards head on. Let's see. We don't have any Pokeballs related to water. We got Poliwag. But I think we need Poliwhirl. Yeah, I might have fucked up. I don't think we need Poliwag. I think it needs to be Poliwhirl for Politoad. Either way, we get around to it eventually. Good rod again. See what we get. I like the little lily pads over to my right. I like the little things that they added. Little details. It's a very magical carp. Armory, a standing guard. Not another Tangela. Alright, I think we're just gonna keep running into Tangela. Although I was pretty happy to run into Ursaring. That was fun. And unexpected. Of course there's Dodrio in the area, but we don't need Dodrio. I don't remember what all Pokemon can be found. Mount Silver Cave. We'll take a look. Golbat. I guess we do need a Crobat, so let's catch this one. Mean look! I don't remember how to evolve Golbat. I want to say that it's friendship level. Let me go look. Golbat. Evolves to Crobat. Happiness level. That's going to be a little tough. It would probably be easier just to catch and raise a Zubat from a lower level into Crobat, which may be what I do in the end. Again, too, I don't know how much I'm going to work off screen with the Pokedex, because I did a lot of off screen work on Leaf Green and Sapphire's Pokedex. I kind of wanted not to do that with SoulSilver, but I also don't want to stretch this playthrough out unnecessarily into like 1,000 episodes. So, we'll see. We already have Steelix, so we don't need to catch a second Onix. Graveler. Please don't explode on me. Not in my face. Water Pokemons. Wonder what we'll find. Whoa. A Seeking. Big man. Another seeking. It's not going to be all I find, I hope. Okay. All right. Duly noted. You know what? Let's try Super Rod and see what we get. Probably just a Gyarados, but we can hope for the best. Like I thought. Gyarados! Big man! I'm gonna fight you for the XP. Ooh, the skis. Getting pretty dark out there. See a lot of storm clouds. I don't know if we'll get any actual storms. Like on the radar, it's kind of looking like it's going to go around me, but you never know. Twister. Oh yeah, I did get around to watching Twisters, the sequel or the follow-up to Twister. I liked it, and I really didn't think too much about it. Like, because I'm in my era of trying to course correct my mentality on things in life. Like, I'm really trying not to be cynical and negative about every little thing like I used to be. Every game, every movie, every show back in the day, I was so cynical against it. I was never happy. And I'm making strides with that. Like, I've really improved over the last couple of years. But this year, I turned that up times 100 because I really wanted to be happier in life and not be one of those people that shits on every little thing. And also, when it comes to media literacy, I'm not the best. I'm really easy to please, which is funny, you know, that I would take such a cynical route in life. But like I said previously, that's just because of some asshole that I knew from back in the day. No, left to my own devices without any influence, I tend to like things more than I hate them. When I sit and watch a movie, I tend not to be critical of it. I have a better time just shutting my brain off and rolling with the punches, whatever the filmmaker wants me to, you know, take from it. But I had fun with Twisters. It didn't bring back any of the legacy characters. It didn't try to just cram in stuff for reference sake. And I really wasn't thinking about it until Tyler said something about it. You know, he was like, well, it just kind of feels like the first one again. And that's when my brain was like, aw, damn, he's right. It does. Fire Red. Oh, I played through Leaf Green. I played through Fire Red without streaming it, just so that I could finish the Pokedex. Yeah, Fire Red's great. But on this channel, there is a playlist for Leaf Green if you want to check that out. Did I not teach Waterfall to anybody? Damn it. I'm going to need to go back and get an HM Pokemon, aren't I? Let me do that. We're going to need Rock Climb, Surf, probably Rock Smash, Strength, and Waterfall. There it is. You guys ever have that where your jaw will, like, you feel it and you start to do this and then it'll pop? The jaw pops. You know what? I'm just gonna fly, even though it's right there. Because if I don't, I'm just gonna be walking through constant Pokemon encounters. Heal up. Doobie 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 doobie. I hear thunder. What moves do you have? Surf. Oh yeah, I guess we did catch Raikou already. We just need to get Entei and Suicune. Okay. It's kind of a load off. Right. You're coming with me, pal. Sorry, Teflosion. You don't have any of the TMs that I need, or HMs that I need for this trip. So we're just catching Pokemon at the moment. We're not tackling Red just yet. We're just trying to do some wrap up here. I was mistaken. Like, before I started the stream today, I told everybody in the Discord, I was like, hey, we're going to fight Red today. It's going to be the big thing. But no. When I actually got into the game, I was like, oh yeah, there's still quite a bit to do. I need to work on the Pokedex a little and explore just a smidge. And of course, there's all of Mount Silver to explore before we fight, actually go and fight Red, so. I'm really disappointed that the only thing I'm running into is damn Seeking. Wait, who did I teach Rock Climb to? Well, shit damn hell. Okay. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. Because this is starting to get annoying to me. Super annoying. HM bullshit. Can I at least get a shiny or something? X-ray. Oh. Here's what we're going to do. Something I should have done a long time ago. Let's work on our movesets because this is highly annoying to me. Let's see. I want to say it's in this village. Which one of yous? No, you're not who I'm looking for. Yeah, sure, what you got? Which one of yous? everybody. I just want to go down the list and do everybody. All right, Quagsire. What should be forgotten? I'm going to keep Surf just because it's a good attack. Some of the others probably need to forget some stuff. Yeah, see, Cut's got to go. Cut's in the way. Just in my damn way. Flash is good because it serves purpose. All right. Does Heracross know anything? Nope. Okay. Oh, I don't have any heart scales. Uh-oh. Move. Flamethrower, quick attack, smoke screen is swift. I started to say shift. All right, so Typhlosion doesn't have anything. Okay. Well, I feel dumb. I guess it was quite literally just Cut that we needed to get rid of. Now, I'm going to go ahead and teach Rock Climb to Steelix. I'm going to hope that I don't regret it. It's a normal type attack. 90 damage, though. Oh, there goes the wind. Let me take a quick peek at the radar and see if I'm about to get blown away. Here's what we're gonna do. Hey, what's up? Let me take a quick break. Sorry to take a break right as you're getting here. I need to run to the restroom and I need to check the weather because that wind is, those trees are sideways. So I need to check on the weather, take a little bathroom break. I'll be back in just a moment, everybody. That is some loud thunder. I bet you guys are going to be able to hear that in the microphone. No, they have those too. The Smash Brothers stages that are on loop with the platforms and everything. Yeah, they have those too. I just didn't do like a super thorough look for them. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to do something in Streamlabs real quick. Oh, there's the rain, and it is raining sideways. Oh, look at it go. Oh, look at the wind and the rain. Yeah, because when I posted those links for you in the Discord, I did so, you know, through mobile, because I was like chilling on the sofa, laying down on the sofa, and I just didn't want to get up and get back on the computer. But I will look for them on the actual computer today and see if I can find them. You just really have to play around with the different combinations of words until you find, you know, what you're looking for there. Also, like I said, I don't think it'll happen, but if I suddenly disappear, that means either the internet went out or the power went out due to the storm. Just FYI. But yeah, just I recommend just playing around with different combinations of words until you find exactly what you're looking for. The ones, actually, funny thing is, the ones that I linked you in the Discord, I don't even have. Those look like all new background rips. So I still need to go in and download those for myself. Wow. It's doing that raining sideways thing where it just like looks like sheets of walls of water. They said it might storm today, but I didn't know it was going to be like this. Okay. Back to the cave. $263. We're still climbing up subscribers. I kind of been, I've low-key been waiting on this for like 7 years for subscribers to start pouring in. I'm pretty happy about it. And it goes back to what I was talking about earlier, about not being like a cynical asshole. I'm trying my best to just accept that something good is happening to me for a change. Because in my brain, I keep going, oh, this is bad. Anytime that the universe gives you something, it's going to take something away. So I'm trying to tell my brain to shut up. Ooh. Moltres. Well, we already have a Moltres, but I'll give it a shot just for kicks and giggles. But we really need to go after a Suicune and Entei. But hell, I'll give it a shot. Bird versus bird. that was some strong lightning. Oh yeah, it's gonna use flamethrower. And Ancient Power, but the good thing is Ancient Power is not going to do too much against Skarmory, so. Now I'm not going to try super hard to catch this thing, because like I said, we already have a Moltres in our PC boxes from Leaf Green, so we're not going to waste a lot of resources. Let me open my weather app and see if let me look at something. You butthole. I was hoping it would use like a contact attack. How does this storm not warrant a severe thunderstorm warning? The severe thunderstorm warning is to the south of me. Come at me, bro. No, I've never even heard of that one. Pokemon Insurgents. I will put it on my list of games to check out though, because I do need some stuff to play. I wonder if anybody has ever caught a legendary in like a quick ball. Just going in right into it. Reminder, if I suddenly disappear, there's some crazy lightning. So if the power goes out, I'll try to come back. All right, Moltres. It's time to get ugly. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to take one last run at Moltres here, then we're gonna just knock it out. Because it is laying it on thick with Flamethrower. That's not a physical attack, so I can't paralyze you. See what it can do, though. Well, that helps. I wish I had a full restore. That would really come in clutch right about now. Ooh, yawn. That'll work. Flamethrower's not going to do a ton of damage to Quagsire because of the typing. I can hit it with yawn. Okay, now settle down. This will help tone down the fire attacks. I don't want any derechos today. Just let it be a normal summertime thunderstorm. At least it is asleep, and I'm gonna be a creep and throw a Pokeball while it's asleep. I'm so sorry that I'm distracted by the weather. I apologize. I honestly forgot that Moltres was going to be hiding Mount Silver. So I hadn't planned for this. I don't know what I'm going to do with the second Moltres. I don't have anybody to... I really don't have anybody to trade it to since this is an older generation game. You know what? Let's just beat him. It's nice to get the experience. Whoa. Wild Steelix. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that either. Yeah, there are many different Pokemon hacks out there and fan games, and I've not really ever looked into them. The first one that I ever tried and played was Pokemon SoulSilver. It adds all 493 into the game, like you no need to trade or anything special to get them all. That's a fun one. They also added neat little things that weren't in the original. Then I stumbled upon Pokemon Red++, which is where they take Pokemon Red, the original, and they kind of update it with like the sprites and movements and everything from Gold, Silver, Crystal. They add in modern stuff, modern moves. There's a lot of bug fixes. It adds like all the Johto Pokemon in. I'm playing it right now as a Patreon exclusive. I do these little patron exclusive streams for the guys over there. Everybody gives like their little $3 a month, and then once or twice a month I do a patron only stream, and we're currently playing Pokemon Red++ there. It's neat. Ultimately, it kind of is a waste of time, I'll admit, because it's really just Pokemon Red all over again, but it's nice to see it updated, you know. But I think when we get done with that, we might avoid Pokemon on the patron streams for a bit, because we've done some Nuzlocke stuff there as well, and I think it might be kind of time to play some new stuff. I do have a few games lined up for patron streams, but the same could be said for the regular side of my YouTube channel. Like, I'm so inundated with Nintendo stuff, and like, I'm self-aware. I know I am. I know I really need to branch out and do other stuff, but I'm working on it. I keep trying to start Mass Effect, and I keep putting it off because I'm just so behind on everything, you know. I gotta get caught up before November, because November we're going to be starting AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake. Now that's going to be fun. That's going to be great. Because I've played every other Metroid game. I played all the official ones already on the channel. So it's going to be time to move into that territory of looking for like fan games and stuff to play on the channel as well. And I think we're going to tackle AM2R first and then move out from there. I don't really know much about the ROM and hacking communities. I don't ever go to forum boards or anything like that. So I don't know much. I honestly only ever saw what got popular like on Twitter. That's how I discovered Metroid Mike. He's a guy who does ROM hacks and stuff. He does a lot of Mario Maker 2 stuff. I think I have 2 different playlists on my YouTube channel of his Mario content. And it's really good too. I highly recommend those playlists. I highly recommend everybody like try out his stuff too. But of course, I left Twitter permanently, as have a lot of people now, so I don't know. I think he's on Threads. I think I followed him on there, or at least on Instagram. I'm just kind of waiting on everybody to get on Threads so that I can follow the same people that I used to follow. But some people are just dragging their feet. Some people are going over to Threads kicking and screaming, you know, and it's like, come on already. This is not rocket science. Ow. Immediately. Honors. Ooh. Now see, I can sell that for a few bits of coin. How can I catch you without fainting you? I didn't expect rock slide. Okay. Come on, I need you to hit me. Please stop using Screech. Anything I hit him with is going to cause him to faint. I really can't. I can't. I need to catch it. So close. Stop using Screech! Come on! I'm excited about the Switch 2. I don't know what all to expect. I don't know where it's going to take us, you know, but I'm along for the ride. Bought every other Nintendo console ever made. I'm going to get the Switch 2 as well. There we go. Okay, I didn't have to put up a huge fight. Good. Good. It is more deep underground. It can't emerge on until it has entirely consumed the soil around it. I can read. I think the storm has passed. The skies are starting to get light, and the rain has calmed down to kind of a drizzle. That's good. All right, we made it through the storm without losing power or internet. Yay! Oh, absolutely. I'm just going to keep my Switch indefinitely because the Switch I have now is the OLED model, so I haven't had it for a long, long time. The Switch I had before the OLED model, I had for years, and I wore that sucker out. That's why I have the OLED model, is I didn't have a choice. Like, I didn't buy the OLED model just because, ooh, it's a new thing. I bought it because my old Switch was dying, and I had to buy a new one. And I thought, well, while I'm buying a new one, I might as well buy the fancy one. Because I could afford it in that moment. I couldn't afford it now, but at the time I was like, I'll get the fancy one. Now, if Nintendo does what a lot of people are thinking they might do, and there might be two different models of the Switch 2. There might be like a base model and a pro model. Now, I don't think they're going to do that, at least not right away. Not at launch. But I could be wrong. You never know. We are kind of in a new era. Like we're heading into a full-on digital era. I'm pretty sure the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible. I can't imagine that it wouldn't be, but hang on, I'm lost. Yeah, I definitely think the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible. You'll be able to use your Switch cartridges, but they might have a Switch 2 model like that's all digital or something, you know. Well, damn it, this isn't the way to go either. Hey, another Larvitar! Hey there, little buddy. I'm pretty much all digital at this point. The only reason I bought the Switch games physical that I did is because I got them on sale. Well, I take that back. I bought the Mario 3D collection because it was supposed to be a limited print and I wanted to have it forever. And then I bought Metroid Prime physical because the same reason. If anything were ever to happen in the future, I want to always have access to that game no matter what. So that's the only, you know, because I got Let's Go Pikachu physically, I got Legends Arceus physically, and that's just because I was able to get, I think I got Legends Arceus on sale by getting it physical. I got Let's Go Pikachu physically because I bought the bundle that came with the little Pokeball controller. Yeah, other than that, I'm pretty much all digital at this point, you know? Cool with that. But I'm also cool with people not being cool with that. You know, if you're really set on like having physical libraries, I understand. I mean, look at the streaming services and how they just pull stuff whenever they get good and damn ready to pull something from streaming. So at least when you have it on your shelf, you have it forever. Even if it gets pulled from streaming. So damn. That Skarmory, or that Larvitar went down hard. Well, the rain has stopped, and I see blue sky in the distance. I love summertime storms. They creep up, they're intense, and then they're just gone. Hang on. Wait, that's the way we came in. Yeah, steel types are my favorite, and I think Skarmory is my favorite steel type and my favorite bird Pokemon. See. Hang on, let me do this because I am totally confused about this spot. Hang on. There you are. Super repel. Okay. Now I can get unstuck. God damn it. Robo Turkey. Yeah, kinda. Here we go. Yay! I figured it out. No! Oh, this is a dead end too. At least I found that Bulbasaur that I wanted earlier. Shit. Level 51 Golbat. Robo Turkey cannot escape. More Ursaring. The run around room. That's my thought as well. Ooh, Sneasel. Yeah, Nintendo's never going to break that $500 ceiling. It's always going to be under that. But with inflation and everything that's going on right now, as far as like how expensive it is to buy and manufacture, or to manufacture and then buy computer chips and things like that, I'm thinking that the Switch 2 is probably going to be their most expensive console to date, which is unfortunate, but I get it. World economics and that kind of stuff, you know. It is what it is. Which is going to suck for me, because I live off of dollars at a time. I have no idea how I'm going to be able to afford that. It's going to be rough. So close! So... My thought was that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be a dual release, because you know they did that with the GameCube and the Wii. Remember, they did Zelda for both, and then they did the same thing with the Wii and the Wii U. Some games came out for both. Then hell, they did it with the Switch. Sometimes Nintendo does that. They'll release a version. So try to imagine like you get a lesser version of Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch, but you can get like a deluxe version for the Switch 2. You know what I mean? Now, I very much see them doing something like that. That would not surprise me at all. I would love to see a new crazy-ass gimmick, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to. I quite literally think the Switch 2 will just be another Switch, but upgraded, like more powerful. You know what I mean? It might look a little different, but I think for the most part, you're looking at just extending your Switch. By getting a Switch 2, it's kind of like the same with a PC. You're just building a new, slightly better PC at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because there's already, I mean, what could they add to it? They could add the camera back to it. That would be nice. And the Switch doesn't have a microphone, does it? They could put the camera and the microphone back on there, because it has the NF whatever chip reader, but there's no camera, so you can't read QR codes. I don't know. All right, Sneasel, you little shit. We've used a lot of Pokeballs today. You hope they fix the online? I've never had a problem with the... Oh, I get what you're talking about. I just thought you meant like the basic online connection. Yeah, the Switch Online stuff isn't great. And double paywalling the N64 and GBA was kind of it was a dick move, a real dick move. But from a marketing perspective, they will need to do something a little extra. They can't just come out the gate saying, oh, it's the Switch 2, it's slightly better. They're going to have some angle to sell it, you know what I mean? So you're right in that regard of like, they're gonna have to do something. Yeah, the eShop is extremely a mess and laggy. I agree. One thing I did notice though, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the OLED Switch actually has an Ethernet port in the dock where the original Switch does not. I think. I know the OLED has an Ethernet port because I use it, but I don't think the base Switch had an Ethernet spot. I don't think. I sneeze all you're being quite a pain in the ass. Oh, it does? Okay. I wasn't sure, I don't remember. Why are these common Pokemon putting up such a damn fight? Oh, the switch base doesn't? Okay. See, I was thinking the base switch doesn't have it. Just because I wanted to. I'm currently playing through, I want to play through all the Pokemon games. So right now, we've already we did Leaf Green, we did Sapphire, and then we moved over to the DS. We're doing SoulSilver, then we'll do Platinum, and we'll do Black and White 2, and move on from there. Vicious in nature, it drives Pidgey from their nests and scavenges any leftovers it finds. It can find. No, I don't want to name it. Another Sneasel. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and catch this one too because we'll need to evolve one to Weavile. But I wonder if it's going to put up super big fight. Now that I agree with completely. This damn Pro controller for the Switch better be compatible for the Switch too. These shits are expensive. I bought mine with the stimulus check or else I wouldn't have one. That's another thing that I'm really worried about as far as the industry is concerned. I'm worried about being priced out of being able to play video games because my entire life video games has been roughly around 50 bucks. When I was a kid, it was 50 bucks just to buy a new game. Still expensive, you know. Parents weren't running out and buying me games left and right. I wasn't rich or spoiled, but, you know, I was middle class enough to be able to at least have the console and have some games for it. And hell, even as an adult, you know, I still can't afford to run out and just buy a ton of video games. Life really just doesn't work that way. And with, again, going back to the economy being the way it is and inflation being the way it is, especially, you know, post-pandemic, now the world economy is kind of in the shitter too. It's not even just us here in the States. It's getting harder and harder for people to keep up. Which is why streaming services really took the fuck off, because you could, at the end of the day, you pay Netflix just to, you pay them that one time a month. You've got access to a shit ton of movies and TV shows. No longer do you need to go to Walmart and buy DVDs and shit. You don't have to turn on cable and pay a separate internet and cable bill anymore. You don't have to run out to the theater constantly and pay $20 a ticket. It was kind of a no-brainer that streaming was going to become the de facto go-to entertainment. But with video games, I'm a little worried because streaming will eventually, I hope, buff itself out. Right now, there's too many streaming services, and I don't pay for any of them myself. Not when I can easily get that shit for free off the internet. But with gaming, and Nintendo being the worst about it, like they don't drop the prices of their games ever. So what are you going to do when video games are $70 a pop and most people are struggling to pay their bills and buy groceries? People aren't going to buy video games, and the video games are going to go the way of movie theaters. What are you going to do then? You know what I mean? If they're not careful about how they handle the next 5 years, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot and the industry's going to crash. Now, on the opposite side of that coin from Nintendo, you have platforms like Steam, where Steam is constantly having sales, and you can get games that were once $60 on the cheap, $40, $20. There are tons of free games on Steam already, but then there's the old adage, if you get what you pay for. So if you get a free game, it's probably not going to be that great. But you know, Microsoft has a lot of sales. Microsoft has the Game Pass, and then the Windows version of the Game Pass. So even that, to a lesser extent, is really good because, again, you have access at that point to a lot of expensive games on the cheap. Now, Nintendo doesn't do any of that shit. So Nintendo is really in danger of pricing themselves right out of the industry and out of the market. Because Nintendo already is seen by the general public as a child's thing. And children, especially Gen Z and on, they're up tablet asses and cell phones asses. They're not playing a Nintendo game. Nintendo sits as a nostalgic memory for millennials, you know, people my age. And we're going to age out of that shit. I'll be 40 years old in a few weeks. Do you think at 50 years old, I'm going to be sitting around playing Mario and going to conventions and stuff like that? Hell no. No. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't still be playing Nintendo as much as I have been if it weren't for doing the streaming thing. Because the prices are just too much. The franchises are stale and stagnant and don't change. There's just never any change. Like, I love Mario to death. Sega has the same problem with Sonic the Hedgehog. It becomes stale. It's the Disney effect, where you just release the same product decade after decade after decade. There's no growth. What you're trying to do from a business standpoint is they're trying to generationally sell the same product. Nintendo does that the same way that Disney does. Because Mickey Mouse is what, over 100 years old at this point? So how many generations have grown up with Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes? Nintendo does the same thing. Mario is an 80s product that's still being sold to the public 40 years later. Will it be sold in another 40 years from now when I'm dead? Who knows? It depends on how Nintendo kind of handles the next 10 years or so. And I'll be honest with you, I really kind of think that's why we saw the Mario movie. And I think that we'll eventually see like a Donkey Kong movie, maybe a Pikmin movie, a Zelda movie. I think that they are kind of aware at this point that going forward, Nintendo can't solely exist on their software sales alone. The society has changed to a point where you're going to have to market yourself in a different way to capture more audience members. You're just not going to be able to rely on Pokemon alone. And they do. They really do. Like, Pokemon is... Last time I looked, Pokemon is the #1 top-selling IP in existence. Pokemon sells more than Disney, Harry Potter, Star Wars, anything else you can think of. Pokemon is #1 on the planet. And I'm not just saying that because I like it. I'm saying it because it's factually accurate. Now, is it going to be that way forever? Oh, hell no. Pokemon is quickly slipping and falling. The last few games that Game Freak have put out have not been really favorable. They sold a lot because the Switch has been popular, but on their own merits. Like, Sword and Shield weren't fantastic. X and Y weren't fantastic. Sun and Moon weren't fantastic. You know, post Black and White on the DS, Pokemon really kind of started taking a turn. And by the time you got to Scarlet and Violet on the Switch, my friends and I were just laughing at it at that point. You know what I mean? We were just laughing at how bad the game looked. The glitches, the bugs, the graphics. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for them that they put that on the market. I really am. Yeah, Pokemon, okay, Pokemon Sword wasn't too bad. I like Pokemon Sword. I I guess I probably shouldn't hold that against Game Freak too much. The graphical limitations of the Switch is what really kind of made me laugh a little bit. But no, I'll concede that Sword was good. I liked Sword more than I did Sun and Moon. I liked Sword more than I did X and Y. I give you that. Yeah, the jank does add to the charm, which is kind of why I was able to play through Scarlet and Violet without, you know, bitching too much. Even when I streamed that game back in the day, if you go back and look, in the very first episode, I'm like, okay, guys, here it is. I'm gonna bitch about it once, and then I'm just gonna play the game and not bring it up again. And yeah, see, and then that's a whole thing in and of itself. People hated the Diamond and Pearl remakes. I didn't. I like the chibi art style. I thought it was cute, and my big gripe with the Diamond and Pearl remakes is that they were very short and they added nothing. I felt very gypped to pay $60 for that game. I was mad. I was real mad. But at the end of the day, I also, like I've said before, these old Pokemon games, the layout of the land, the routes and everything, they were made in a time where we had to do this top-down view. I don't think these games would translate into an open world structure like Scarlet and Violet. I don't. Which is why I kind of let that go myself. But my big hang up again was the fact that there was just no post-game content. There was nothing new there. It was kind of, at the end of the day, it was $60 just to fill in my missing living Pokedex spots. You know what I mean? I got my Arceus and my Shaman and my Manaphy and Fione. I got those. And my Darkrai's. But at the end of the day, it felt like I was just paying money for Pokemon to add to my living decks. That's all Shining Pearl and whatever the hell. No, it was, what was it? Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It just felt like it was a cynical money grab. I didn't hate it for the chibiness like everybody else did, but I hated it for a handful of other reasons. Yeah. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You beat Cynthia and you're like, okay, now what? They added nothing to it. It was kind of just a waste of money. But if you're like me and you started over from the Switch era forward, you know, from scratch, and you're trying to fill the national decks in, you were fucked. You had to buy Diamond and Pearl just to be able to get access to the missing Pokemon. Now that pisses me off. We want to go down a round of really getting mad and bitching. That upset me greatly when they took the national decks out of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I was one of the people who were mad about that. Oh, I still get hot thinking about it today. I get real heated. I will bitch for hours about how stupid that was. But from a business perspective, it made them a ton of money, because if you're trying to finish the national decks, you gotta buy every game. I really want to punch Game Freak in the face, because they're trying to squeeze every penny out of you now, and I hate it. I just hate it. And that, yeah, see, that's a thing too. Nothing's going to change, because when it comes to business and entertainment, the only thing that causes change are boycotts and people speaking with their wallets. But all you have to do is just whisper the word Pokemon and people will just throw money at you. So nothing's going to change. We're just kind of fucked. You know, somebody came in a minute ago and I forgot who said it. I'd have to scroll back. I don't know if they're still here in chat, but oh yeah, you're still here in chat. Yeah, I mean, you were asking me why I was playing SoulSilver. I kind of feel at this point it would be kind of self-explanatory. You know, it's kind of one of the best Pokemon games that were ever released, you know. I'll go back and play Kanto and Johto any day of the week, long before I sit through Scarlet and Violet again, you know? And can we talk about the shiny Pokemon problem? Right now, I think Pokemon as an IP is suffering from two things. Three things. Number one, there's too many games coming out too fast. Number two, shiny Pokemon are given out like candy, especially with Pokemon Go. It's really bad. Number three, the trading card game. Those three things are making a mess right now. Streamers, YouTubers, social media influencers have absolutely ruined the trading card game for me. The fact that retailers were selling out of packs, booster packs and box sets and stuff, and then they were having to lock them up behind doors again like they did in the 90s. All because people are making a killing as streaming themselves opening booster packs. Oh my god, I got a silver whatchamahoozid foil, blah blah. Absolute cringe to me. I hate it. And shiny Pokemon are supposed to be something that you encounter once in an entire playthrough if you're lucky. And you go back to games like this, we've put how many hours into this playthrough? We've not seen one damn shiny yet. Let's see. Where's my playtime? 47 hours. I've been playing this game on stream. Not one single shiny. That's as it should be. As it should be. I'd go play Pokemon Go right now, play for 20 minutes. I guarantee you I find at least one or two shinies. It's the same, I don't know if these people were ever taught in school that if everybody has something special, then nobody has anything special. It's like, if you gave every person in America $1 million, then $1 million would be worth less than $1 at that point. You know what I mean? You devalue something's worth, the more of it that's in play. So... But, be that as it may, Game Freak did acknowledge, thankfully, they acknowledged that maybe they're putting out games too quickly. To spite the high sales of Scarlet and Violet, Game Freak did say that maybe the quality was not up to snuff for those games. So they're kind of going to slow down and stagger the releases a little more. Because let's be honest, Pokemon kind of had a resurgence recently and it re-exploded because you had Pokemon Go. Then you had several other mobile app games. You had like the Magikarp game. You have Pokemon Sleep. You have Pokemon Masters EX. You have the trading card game. Then you have a new trading card game that's coming out for mobile. Then you have the Pokemon Home app. Then you had the Switch games that were being released one right after the other. You had the Let's Go's. Then you had Sword and Shield. Then the Let's Go's. Then Legends Arceus. Then Diamond and Pearl remakes. Then the Scarlet and Violet. So you've been inundated since the 2010s. Since 2016 forward, it's been a non-stop release of Pokemon onto the general public. And we haven't had time to really absorb one Pokemon thing before they're on to like 2 or 3 others. You know what I mean? Now, again, at the end of the day, these are all my opinions. And I know not everybody is going to always necessarily agree with them. And that's totally fine. I get it. I get it. But for me in my life, I really need Pokemon to slow down. I I really, really, really want to play other things, but I love Pokemon and I don't want to get hit with the FOMO or... Okay, I'm stuck here because I've been talking for like 30 minutes. Let me get the hell out of this. Goddamn. Hang on, let me focus on getting the hell out of this area. Not can't escape. But yeah, and you know, and like I said way earlier, I don't think you guys were here in the first hour of the stream. I talked about how I'm trying to be less negative and I'm trying to be more positive, and I'm trying to tell my brain to shut up sometimes so that I can just enjoy things. And it's really hard to do when something is just so horribly broken and you know, you're just painfully aware that something's so horribly broken. What do you do? Okay, here we go. Thank God. Like, we're not gonna try and fight Red today. His level is too high. He would obliterate me and my team. But one of the things that we did accomplish today is we were able to catch some Johto Pokemon. And I can work off screen towards grinding and evolving some of these guys. Some of them are going to be trade evolutions like Poliwhirl. You have to give it, Poliwhirl, the King's Rock to get Politoed. Diesel is going to be a hold item trade for evolution. So those will have to be done off camera. That Ursaring though was probably my favorite catch of the day. We stumbled upon that wild Ursaring and I was like, oh. Am I excited for new remakes? Yes and no. Because at this point in the cycle, the next set of remakes would be Black and White. And I love Black and White. I really do. But I don't want to see them fuck it up as badly as they did Diamond and Pearl. But those games are so poorly received that I think they kind of know they're going to have to do something different. But too, keep in mind that they're farming this out to other companies. Game Freak directly did not make the Diamond and Pearl remakes. It was another company that did it. There's Red. Like I said, we're not going to fight Red right now. He would chew us up and spit us out. Let's fly back to the Pokemon Center. But if they do remake Black and White, yeah, I'll be all over that shit like day one, immediately, waiting at midnight for that stuff to hit the eShop. I kind of think that Black and White will be a Switch 2 thing, although it wouldn't hurt my feelings any if remakes just stopped altogether. I don't understand why they kept the remake thing going, other than, again, just it being a Pokedex issue. And then, too, they want to print money, which Pokemon does. But at this point, they kind of might need to stop with the remakes and maybe focus on trying to make one good game at a time. I know that's a hot take, but you know what I mean. Yeah, waiting at midnight. Yeah, that's a thing. Like, you remember back in the day, everybody used to go in person and wait at like retail stores, GameStop, Target, whatever, Best Buy, and you'd wait in line to pick up your copy. Now it's all digital. The games will hit the eShop at like midnight Eastern time or something like that. And I've done that. Of course, I'm up at night anyway. Let's face it. I'm always up till 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's the middle of the day for me. But yeah, you get a new game on the Switch like that, your Pokemon game, it usually hits the eShop somewhere around the middle of the night. I remember when Smash Brothers Brawl came out, my local GameStop held a tournament. That was shoddily put together. That was put together real badly. Okay, let me take a look real quick. Okay, let's move past the Cantonians. Wait, I can do this with the touch screen. Here we go. Johto Pokemon. So I need to get a Chikorita from somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to get that from. Then we need to work on Totodile. I guess I need to get one from somewhere and breed it. All right, we need Furret, Noctile. Did I not catch Ladybug? Or a Spinarak? All right, we need Chinchou. Evolve Meryl. Get a Gloom and evolve that. Evolve our Hoppet. We need to get a Sunstone if we don't have one already for our Sunkern. I guess we need to get some Eevee and evolve those. Murkrow. Where can I catch a Murkrow? We got Ursaring today. We got Sneasel today. Oh yeah, we need to breed that guy Shuckle so we can return his Shuckle to him. Now, I guess we need to do some fishing because we need to find Corsola, Remoraid. That's going to require some fishing. Evolve ourselves a Seadra. We need to find Mantine. We're missing a bunch. Then there's Suicune and Entei. Ho-Oh. And any remaining Hoenn Pokemon that were version exclusive. Okay. Let me bring up Google real quick. Pokemon SoulSilver version exclusives. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So Spinarak is Heart Gold only. Gligar, Mantine, Fanfy. Ooh. Oh, that's right. We can get our Groudon from SoulSilver. Sweet. Ladybug. Okay, we can get Ladybug and SoulSilver. Damn, we got screwed over, guys. We, so many of the Pokemon I need are going to be exclusive to Heart Gold. No. No. Well, maybe we can get them out of Platinum or something. I don't know. That's unfortunate. Can I at least get Quillfish from somewhere? Oh, what rod do I use to get Quillfish? Let's go fishing. Let's go catch a Quillfish before we head out today, because this episode's already 2 hours long. I appreciate you guys being here too. I really do. I'm really happy that chat's popping off lately. I've sat through so many streams over the years just talking to myself. Although our friend Lewis has always been, he's been there for a while now. Lewis he's a ride or die with us. We got a shout out to Lewis. He started following me in the earlier days of my streaming, and he's been good to us ever since. He's always there. He's a patron. He did the logo that you always, or the logos you always see me using, my thumbnails. Yeah, Lewis he's been great. He's been a big help over the years. But other than Lewis, every now and then, you know, some of my IRL friends will pop into chat, you know, sometimes and talk. But until this recent boom in subscribers, I've kind of just been sitting here talking to myself for a lot of streams. And if this continues, this will help bring in, hopefully it's like a domino effect where it brings in even more people. The only thing I hope, and I don't think I have to worry about this, but I hope the chat doesn't get too big to where it's like my social anxiety really kicks in. That's going to be a thing. But like I said at the beginning of today's stream, you know, that goes back to the immersion therapy, which I'm a big fan of because it works. It's worked for me over the years. You know, it used to be that I didn't want to go into large crowds or go to events or stuff. Now I will, but I used to stay away from that kind of thing. There's our little quillfish. I popped up in your home screen. Yeah, see, that's weird to me. Like, YouTube and all the years I've been on YouTube for going on 7 years or going on 8 years. I'm coming up with the 7th anniversary. So that's 7 years completed going into year 8. Numbers are weird. In all that time, YouTube has never, the algorithm has never promoted me. Ever. Like, I've asked every new subscriber, I'm like, hey, how did you find me? Well, I don't ask anymore, but I used to ask people that came in. I was like, hey, you know, or I did on social media at least. I guess I never did live. But yeah, the algorithm has never really looked favorably upon me. And I gotta be honest, I think it might have something to do with the fact that I used to be a real potty mouth on stream. I don't curse nearly as much as I used to. Oh, I used to be, every other word was a cuss word. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Finally popping up on people's home screens. Yep. On Twitch. And see, that's the thing too. Like right now my YouTube is kicking off, but my Twitch is dead. I haven't gotten a new follower on Twitch. I don't know how long. Well, I take that back. I got one the other day and it put me at 200. But before that, I haven't gotten one in a while on Twitch. Which again is kind of one of the reasons I've started trying out streaming here on YouTube, because if YouTube is a better place for me to stream, then I'm going to start streaming here. You know what I mean? Now, I probably won't be around tomorrow on Twitch or YouTube. I have to do I'm going to be doing a patron-only live stream tomorrow. And those are private streams. So it'll be Monday. Tyler and I are going to be playing some Fall Guys Monday. So you want to be around for that. I am thinking about, I've done this in the past, but I'm thinking about trying to incorporate the Discord into playing on stream again. I think that would be really fun for all of us if we, you know, could kind of sit around and, because I've played with the Discord on occasion in the past. We've played Splatoon, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers. We played a lot of stuff in the Discord before, but I'm thinking it might be time to bring that back where audience participation is a thing, you know? I'm thinking about it. But yeah, we're gonna wrap things up here as soon as we catch quillfish. When we do come back to this next week, we need to focus on evolving and catching new Pokemon, and then from there I'll probably do an off stream grinding session and get my levels up, and then we go fight Red and we call it a day, and we can start Pokemon Platinum like immediately. Because my goal is to get over to Black and White. I really want to spend some time with Black and White. I want to take that game slow, and I want to really squeeze every little nook and cranny out of Black and White. I want us to be the Black and White channel of YouTube. I want everybody to know me for Black and White, because those games were really great. I love them so much. And I don't necessarily want to rush through platinum, but we're also not going to dilly-dally. We're gonna, when we start platinum, we're going to spend a couple of hours on it every stream until it's done. Yeah, I really wish we had some Pokeballs that catch water Pokemon. I am going to do a Nuzlocke on Platinum. Not for the story playthrough. And I hate to say this because a lot of people are going to be like, fuck you, that's lame. But all the Nuzlocks are kinda, don't be mad at me, they're kinda paywalled behind the Patreon. Now people aren't going to be happy about that, but it's just the way that I set stuff up. I'll be honest with you. I wanted the Patreon to be $1 a month because who can't afford $1 a month Patreon? But then I found out that Patreon takes a ridiculously large portion, so I had to set it at $3 so that there would be at least a penny going into my bank account every month. I think out of every person that does $3 on Patreon, I get $2. Patreon takes roughly almost an entire dollar. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess you could consider it marketing. I don't make any money off of it. Never made a profit ever once doing any of this. The only reason I set up the Patreon is because I wanted to take a few dollars a month from everybody and put it into Steam and try to buy some Steam games to, again, stream on the show. It was only ever meant to be like self-sustaining, you know what I mean? Because I don't really want to, I don't want to taint my YouTube and my Twitch streaming stuff with money. I don't ever want to just like, I don't want to one day explode into PewDiePie levels of YouTube and like get a big head and have to hire a bunch of people. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't think I have anything to worry about. I don't think I'm remotely charismatic or funny enough to ever get to that point, but yeah, I like things the way they are at the moment. $3 is milking you dry. Yeah, like I said, it's, you could give me $3 a month for Patreon, or you could go give Netflix $25 a month. What's it gonna be? That's the way I look at it. But no, we're not doing anything too spectacular on the Patreon, so there's no reason to really have the FOMO. I'm still in the early stages of trying to really figure out how to make the Patreon stuff fun and work, so no need to rush over there and sign up. I wouldn't. Because we're just doing like I said, Nuzlocks and funny little things over there. Now, if you're super into ROM hacks and stuff, now that is the kind of stuff you will find over there. I did play Dream Daddy over there. And I did the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog over there. But I don't ever want to put any of my main playthroughs behind the Patreon stuff. So I can at least say that. You're never going to find a full playthrough of any game over on Patreon that I didn't think was worthy of doing it here for everybody for free. You know what I mean? Oh my God, Quillfish, would you fuck off? Fuck it. I gotta hit it with something. What can I hit it with that won't faint it? Yeah. Huh. I'm an idiot. I I keep forgetting I have yawn. You little shit. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. The small spikes covering its body developed from scales. They inject a toxin that causes fainting. Well, at least it doesn't kill you. Jesus, Quillfish. I think today's stream overall has proven that I can't talk and play a game at the same time. It looks like you found some Pokemon that aren't from Johto or the Kanto regions, haven't you? You're a strong trainer, and you're really making some discoveries. Well, thanks. I'm adequate at best, I think. I don't have a lot of self-confidence. I don't think highly of myself. I should probably work on that. Okay. Kurt, let's visit Kurt. Should have done this at the beginning of today's episode. We're doing it at the end of it. We're going to grab our Pokeballs from Kurt and set up another round of, and then I'll head out. Lure balls. We were talking about that the whole time today. That's going to work out for us because we have more water Pokemon to catch too. You know what? Let me Google this real quick. I want to know which apricorns do what. Oh, hang on. Pokemon SoulSilver Apricorn. Let's see. Pull up a chart. Go to Survey here. Alright, the white ones do fastball, green is friend, black is heavy, red is level, pink is love, blue is lure, and yellow is moon. Oh! Okay, well, since we're going to be trying to catch water Pokemon, do the green ones. Okay. And then we need to do yellow after that. Okay. Okay, Kurt. Make some Pokeballs. I will save in front of his house, so that way next time we play I can be like, okay. Alright, gang. I think I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I will be back Monday. Oh, wait. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? We saved twice. That's right. I'll be back Monday. And, I'm not sure what my schedule next week should... What should we do next week? I guess I should kind of focus on finishing this up. Because, like I said, we really only need to do 1 or 2 more streams for SoulSilver, and then we'll be all done, and then we can head into the next game. And I am carrying our Pokemon forward with each game jump, so that's nice. All right. See you, folks.